Adrian. This is the heart and soul of my district and yours. That's family farmers. I'm proud to have a witness from the food, fuel, and fiber capital of the world, and in Pat McDowell. But I thank all the witnesses for their insights. There's nothing good about the tax and spend plan that has been proposed by this administration and our Democrat colleagues. It's been made mention what the money is really going to be spent on, and it's not infrastructure, it's not COVID, it's not recovery. It's a progressive vision of a government controlling its people and its natural resources, quite frankly. I'm reminded that farmers and ranchers, along with all small businesses, have been paying property taxes and sales taxes and income taxes and every other kind of taxes, which makes the death tax to me the most unfair and un-American tax in the tax code. And we have the third highest death tax in the world. And now we want to, the Democrats want to supercharge it. And it will be the most devastating of all the proposals. And as I told Secretary Yellen, Pat, it will be the largest scale fire sale of family-owned farm equipment and farming operations across this nation, the likes of which we've never seen. And, folks like Ms. Yellen, and I do respect and appreciate her service, and others in Washington have no clue about the risk that our producers take every day, the volatility in weather and in pricing, the rise of input costs, the significant reduction of farming income across the nation, which has put us in a very tenuous position to maintain the family farm and ranch. We've seen bankruptcies skyrocket. We've even seen, sadly, farming and ranching have the highest suicide rates of any sector in our economy. So on top of all of this, with the next generation and their prospect of inheriting the family farm or ranch, my question to you, Pat, since agriculture is not only the lifeblood of our economy in West Texas, it's part of our ethos as Americans. It is our identity in rural America. And it is our heritage that goes back to the first colony and even the cash to underwrite the revolution that gave us our very independence. With all of this, our food security, our ag independence, feeding the world, meeting the global demand, Pat, what does this do to the psyche of the younger farmer, your children and grandchildren? What does this do to their spirit as they look over the horizon and say, will I be able to do what I've always dreamed of doing to carry out the family-owned ag operation? Speak to that, not the dollars and cents, but the human, mental health and spiritual toll that it's going to take on our next generation farmers.
Sure. It's, just down the road, my niece and her husband, they're 32, 33 years old, and, we're trying to bring them into the business. And it's easy. They know the heritage. They know what, grandparents have done and what their parents have done and what they put together. But it's just it's the unknown of the future of what's going to happen. They have a 9-month-old little girl there, and what's it going to be for her? And they come in and take over the ranch, put on all their blood, sweat, and tears. And are they going to have the same situation farther down the road if the government wants to take it? They don't really know what they're working for.
Thank you, Chairman Smith. I yield back, and great to see you, Pat.
Thanks, sir.